What's up, everybody? It's your buddy CruzinMoto here today, and guess what? I got pulled over for lane splitting in California, of all places. So, here's my story. I know you guys are probably like, what? California? You got pulled over for lane splitting in California? What did you do? Were you driving crazy? Were you being stupid? Well, here's the story. So I was on my way to work yesterday. No, I did not have any video footage of it, which, you know, because when I go to work, I don't bring my GoPro with me because I don't want no coworker trying to jack it or whatever, right? So I was on my way to work, and going up, there's a Riverside County Sheriff, you know, in the lane, and there's traffic. You know, I go up, I split the lanes like I'm supposed to get up to the front of the stoplight, right? And I get up there, you know, everything's cool. He doesn't do nothing. I go, when we get to the next light, all of a sudden I hear a chirp from like the car, and I'm like, I look in my rearview mirror, I'm like, is that for me? I'm like, nah, it can't be. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm freaking going 5 miles an hour lane splitting or whatever through here, right? Just to get to the front, you know? And after I was done lane splitting, I got over into the actual lane, you know? And so I did that, and then we get to the second light, and then I see him get over into the lane I'm in. I'm like, oh, this fucking guy is gonna fucking do it. I'm like, he's gonna fuck with me. You know, and freaking, so I get going. Before I even get to the third light to turn where my job is at, freaking, the dude lights me up. And I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Right at that point, I'm freaking irritated, okay? I'm already mad because like I got like 6 minutes to be at work, and this dude's pulling me over. I'm just like, oh, hell no. And so he gets out of the car, I flip my visor up. I'm like, what the hell do you want? And he's like, you know, lane splitting's illegal in California. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, you need to educate yourself on the laws, man. I was like, you don't even know your own laws. And he's like, don't give me the attitude, man. I don't need it right now. He's like, you want me to give you a ticket? I was like, you give me a ticket, I'll see you in court. You know, and freaking, so that was, he said that, and then he's like, well, we got an email the other day, last week, about lane splitting being illegal in California. I was like, no, you didn't. And he's like, it's illegal. I was like, and then he started talking about it being modified or whatever. I'm like, so is it modified or is it illegal, dude? You know, he's like, well, I'd have to check the email. I was like, here, let me educate you real quick on what the new law is in California for lane splitting, okay? I was like, you can't go any faster than 50 miles an hour when doing it, and you can't be going any faster than 15 miles an hour with the speed of traffic, whatever the speed of traffic is. So if the speed of traffic is 20 miles an hour, I can't be doing over 35 lane splitting, you know? And he's like, oh, well, I'll have to check the email. I was like, you don't have to. I just let you know what it was, you know? And so, you know, he's like, well, I'm going to let you off easy. You know, I'm like, no, you're going to let me off regardless because you illegally pulled me over, you know? And I was like, you pulled me over for no reason. I wasn't doing anything wrong. And he's like, well, I'm going to have to go check that email. I was like, yeah, you really should. You know, I didn't get the guy's badge number or name or whatever, but when I got off work, I freaking called the sheriff's department. And I let him know that this freaking dude freaking unlawfully freaking pulled me over for something and threatened to give me a ticket for something I didn't do, or no, wrong, and stuff. And when I talked to the supervisor for him, he was like, I really can't believe that they pulled you over for that. And he also said, here's the kicker. He also said, I don't remember even seeing an email about anything regarding lane splitting for motorcycles in California last week. I was like, oh, really? You know, and I told him, I was like, you know, it's pretty sad that I have to sit there and educate a police officer here in California about the freaking laws of a motor vehicle. You know, aren't they so, isn't he a traffic officer? Isn't he supposed to know all these things? You know, he's like, well, yeah. I'm like, you know what? I was like, he's like, well, did he give you a ticket? I said, no, because I told him if he did, I'd see him in court and it would have got thrown out anyways, you know? And he's like, yeah. And then, you know, so he's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? I was like, educate the man. You know, let your deputies know that it's not illegal here in California to freaking lane split on a motorcycle. You know, I was like, at least do that, you know, or whatever. So he's going to talk to the officer, or the deputy, they like to be called, about the situation and everything, and let him know what he did he shouldn't have done at all. And, you know, so that's that. And also he's going to put it in his briefing report to all the other deputies too. So all of them will know that California is legal to lane split in. And it has been for freaking so many goddamn years. It's just now officially it's been put into an actual law. Before, his CHP just kind of let it you know, the state kind of just lets you do it, you know, and stuff like that with no regulations on it. But now there's regulations on it. So you guys all make sure you, fellow Californians freaking, that you guys all ride, you guys better check up on that law and make sure you guys know it. Because now that it's an actual law, they're going to probably be checking up on people and everything. So check your shit, suckers. But other than that, guys, this is your boy CruzinMoto. That's my story from yesterday on all that. Like I said, too bad I didn't have no video footage of it. Would have been awesome, of course, you know, but this is all I got for you. So other than that, guys, again, as I just said, it's your buddy CruzinMoto. As always, love, peace, and chicken
back from the dead.